Hello and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are gonna be continuing the Let's Play for Reverse 1999. This menu music is a bob, however, the lyrics are gonna be distracting me, so you guys will have to excuse me if I swap into here. But yeah, the music is a bob, definitely. I love the vibe, I love the melody, and I love the singing. The singing is amazing. However, it is very loud, way louder in my ears than it is in your ears. You are hearing the game through a compressor, I am not. So, yeah, we're gonna be in this menu until I'm done with the rest of the opening. But yeah, damn, this music is so good. Anyhow, the last couple of episodes we have finally completed quite a lot about the Semmelweis story, the Echo stuff, the Dusk stuff, and her anecdote. So for the time being, we are done with that. Until the update comes around where we're gonna get the next ending for a series of Dusks, which is very interesting and will definitely be part of the Let's Play when it drops into the game. But until then, we have a lot of other stuff to do. And one of the things is gonna be this new story, which I'm excited for to see what is happening in it and what the buzz is about, especially with a music like this. I did not watch the trailer that plays when you click into the event for the first time. I skipped it like I did before. God, this guitar solo is so good! I hate speaking over this. I'm not even lying, I really hate speaking over this music right now. But anyhow, I skipped the trailer. I'm gonna watch it like I did with the other stories when we are completely done. So when we're done with the event story, the two character stories, and probably the anecdote as well. I think for the first time I'm gonna do all of them without remorse. Also, very quickly, I noticed one thing, and that is down here. Where is it? Yeah, here. Her story. 32 days? Okay. Is this the thing that I was complaining about the last time, that I'm kind of perplexed about, that a character story goes away after like 2 weeks, like tied to their banner duration or something like that, and now they're extending it? Or is it because she's a limited character and that's why they're extending it? Because this is how it should be, quite honestly, if you ask me. This is how a character story should be that is tied to an event. And obviously we're gonna get the other character as well later on, but yeah, I'm happy. This alleviates my my pressure with time and stuff. I know it's gonna be here for a while. But yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping into this. But before we do so, on the previous episode, Simon Goodman said, "Certainly an interesting conclusion to the canon Semmelweis story. The mystery-based anecdote was pretty cool, kind of like Vicky's anecdote or Argus's character story. By the way, Argus's is amazing, thought-provoking, and the plot twist genuinely had me astonished and I had crazy goosebumps." Okay, looking forward to it. It's gonna be a couple of months, but I'm looking forward to it. Very much appreciated change of pace from series of Dusks and Echoes in the Mountains. Also helps realize Semmelweis into the person we know in the suitcase. I've been following her story since day one and I can confidently say that she's one to stay and she'll probably reappear once more. Also, really wonder on how they're continuing with the roguelite mode after the final Semmelweis ending concludes. Yeah, same here. The only thing I can imagine that they are gonna be doing with the next ending is like give us a proper bad ending for everything, but I kinda don't want it to be like that, because that's kinda like the only thing that fits in. But I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Or maybe Bella takes over completely. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, 2.5 is apparently really good. CN players said that the writing had really improved since 2.2, and that update also got Reverse onto the #1 on the Bilibili charts over the likes of Genshin and HSR. Very impressive, even if it's only for a day or two. That is certainly impressive. That is certainly impressive if that was the case with this story, and makes me more interested to see what the story is even about. Like I said, I have not seen anything, and it's gonna be a purely blind jump in. All I know is that it has something to do with filming. That's the only thing that I know. And yeah, it has me excited. It has me definitely excited. And yeah, Simon, thank you very much for that comment. Now, I also saw a couple of other comments bring up, for example, Nora Ostern was brought up a lot, and it didn't even hit me until I read the comments from you guys, especially the one comment about her, that she's definitely a very interesting character, specifically because, yeah, she's a beyond, she's a pure-blooded vampire essentially that is choosing not to harm people and drink their blood, which is very interesting. And I'm actually surprised, upon actually realizing that a bit more, I'm actually surprised that they didn't give her, even if it's a very rudimentary model, that they didn't give her a full-on like Life 2D sprite. I'm actually surprised by that. They barely gave her a sprite that was looking unique, but at the same time it's kind of like, really, could you have not done a Life 2D for her? I know it's an anecdote for a character and everything, but she feels like a bigger character than what she actually is in the story portrayed as, like, at least visually. But who knows, maybe we're gonna get more in the future about her. Maybe she's gonna appear in the 4th ending in A Series of Dusks. Maybe that's gonna be ending 4, Nora suddenly appears. But yeah, anyway, a couple of things that I've noticed with this update on first glance. By the way, I didn't have a lot of time to sift through all the update changes and everything, but I did notice the mouse cursor changed, which is very interesting. Also on PC, they did a little thing. I don't think this was here before. I got a little tutorial when I was in this menu for the hotkeys and everything. So this is kind of nice. This is kind of nice, customizable hotkeys for the PC client. Very good. I don't think that was there before, at least. So that's very cool. And yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, before we head in as well, I will be doing polls at the end of today's episode for the new limited character. I do have a lot of currency, considering I skipped the last time, and this has stockpiled as well, the free pulls essentially, plus the 10 pull that we got for free for logging in as well. So yeah, there will be a summoning session at the end of this episode. Also, I think you guys mentioned in one of the previous episodes that there's gonna be a second limited character that is having a rerun at some point as well with this. Do remind me if I read that correctly. If that's the case, I'm probably gonna also pull on that banner then, just to use the opportunity to get the limited, right? But yeah, anyhow, we have a story here, and I am excited to dive into this. So, let's see what we have. How many stages actually does this have? Does it tell me? It doesn't tell me this time. It doesn't tell me because the harbor is not open yet, right? We'll see. I'm gonna guess this has like around 20, the usual 20, right? Because I'm just thinking in my head like how I'm gonna spread the episodes through this Let's Play, but we'll see, Let's begin. Fresh police story. Nothing like a cold welcome to greet a rookie. Uh-huh. That... nice. Showdown in Chinatown. Okay, I like it. The old film roll shit.
相传商周时期，天地间魑魅魍魉横行，有恶兽为祸人间，令神州萧条，生灵涂炭。
Oh, this is auto-scrolling, okay.
幸有大贤方相使，受天子之托，向12摄提神请愿，得巫武之礼，降服恶兽，收为己用，更名为显道兽。显道兽得摄提神感召，化为驱逐世间诡异、护一方安宁的神兽，得万民敬奉。然至唐末时，战乱频起，为守显道兽之传承延续，最后的方相氏在先去之前，将其分别托付给12镇子。其中，显道兽强良，壮虎衔蛇，凶悍无匹。得强良之人，后以兽为名，改姓为良， 世代相承。
Okay, I'm gonna have to reread this
时
whole
至今
thing.
日，虽说世间已不再有妖魔肆虐，梁家也已不像过去那样风光，但家族上下都始终牢记祖训。
Okay, cool. Hold on, I'm gonna have to reread this because I was watching it more than I was reading below. Okay, this was very interesting. Okay, first off, all of this is in Chinese, of course. Well, vocally pronounced in Chinese. Nice touch. I love that the game is doing all of that stuff when they are actually saying stuff in local, both in local dialects and local the local language. A second thing I'm going to say very quickly is because as much as I've played both games and watched shows and movies that are like based around Chinese mythology and stuff like that, Chinese mythology is something that still to this day very much flies over my and beliefs and stuff that flies over my head quite a lot. And it's probably to do to naming senses and stuff like that because the names don't really stick with my head too much. So if there's interesting little bits and pieces of, you know, local lore and Chinese again beliefs and mythology and stuff that you guys can bring up that are interesting little tidbits, do leave me those comments in the comment section below, because I'll definitely would like to educate myself. Anyway, what was he saying? It is said that during the Shang and Zhou dynasties, our land was plagued by malevolent creatures. They roamed the land, bringing havoc and leaving the nation and its people in endless suffering. Okay, that definitely sounds like Chinese stories that I've heard before. On the emperor's order, Fang Xiangxi... By the way, if I'm mispronouncing something, I apologize. Fang Xiangxi, the wise, sought the assistance of the 12 gods of Sheti. Sheti? I don't remember him. Anyway, bestowed with their divine might, Fang Xiangxi bound the creatures and turned their monstrous power to the service of the people. These creatures became known as the Xiangdao beasts, guardians of the perilous path. Okay. Now reformed, the beasts were used to drive away evil and protect the land, and thus earn the reverence of the people. However, by the end of the Tang dynasty, there arose many wars and troubles. To preserve the legacy of the Xiangdao beasts, the last Fang Xiangxi entrusted them to the 12th Zenqi, servants of the ritual, before passing away. And this is exactly what I mean. This is now... I'm reading these names and I'm getting flashbacks to Wuthering Waves 1.0. And all of the Chinese names, and all of it sounding very similar in my head. I apologize. Okay, to preserve the legacy of the beasts, the last, let's just call it Fang for now, entrusted them to the 12 Zenqi, servants of the ritual, before passing away. Okay. Among the Xiangdao beasts, Liang, whose body was like a tiger with a serpent's tail. Yeah, that's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very standard, I guess. Look for the divine beast and stuff like that. Was considered unmatched in ferocity. Okay. The Zenqi, who was entrusted with Qing Liang, took Liang as their surname. Okay, so pretty much just took this part of the name. Passing this knowledge down through their descendants. Okay. Whew. Sorry about that. I had to go through it again.
守礼克己，秉公持政，将为世间惩奸除恶视为己任。翻开家谱，每一个名字后面必定都是一个行得端、坐得正、响当当的良家子弟。
Also, Liang's father speaking. Also, this kind of reminds me right now, I should probably, because I did it in previous episodes of the Let's Play, read this out loud, because I know that there's people, I'm one of those people who watches Let's Plays and is not really paying attention to the screen a lot of times. Until today, while the world no longer suffers from the evil spirits of the past and the reputation of our family has lessened, we have never forgotten our ancestors' teaching. That is self-restraint, propriety, righteousness, and the art of banishing evil. Study our family's history and you will find each generation has lived up to our family name and our motto. To practice restraint, seek justice, and expel evil.
然而，仙道授强梁，却已有近100年未曾现身了。
Yet Queen Liang has not appeared to us for almost 100 years. Okay.
直到你，我最引以为傲的女儿，直到你再一次唤醒了强梁。
That was until you, my daughter, my pride.
自己肩负着何种重望
？His hand rests on the girl's shoulder, its weight like that of the world.
我知道的，爸爸，你就相信我吧。
I understand you can trust in me, father. Okay. That was until you, my daughter, my pride, successfully summoned it after these long years. Okay, that's our limited character. She has heard this story 1,000 times, and for years, this answer has been engraved in her mind, for it is the only answer she has ever been allowed to give. Oh god. Carrying forward the bloodline.
Family. I will fulfill my destiny as a worthy master of Qiangliang.
Qiangliang, okay. Division of Arcane Affairs, LA.
Morning, guys. All right. Who wants to hit me with some good news and make my day a little easier?
Poitier? Also love the design.
The report on that summoning ritual is done. Seems like the destination was some farm out in the sticks.
Hey, did someone take the pendulum without signing it out? We've only got one to go around.
Everyone in the Division of Arcane Affairs is caught up in the chaos of their own work, too busy to notice the officer who has just stepped in.
Let's try this another way. First 3 of you to give me some good news will earn yourselves a coffee. My treat.
Get ready, D, because what I'm about to tell you next is gonna blow your mind.
Poitier.
Save me a cup. I gotta find our pendulum thief first.
Apparently it doesn't take much to become the most popular person in the office, but before anyone can earn a steaming cup of joe, an angry shot interrupts them. Shout.
Hello? Excuse me? I'm still here.
Good God.
I'm a tax-paying citizen. I pay your salary, so why don't you stop gossiping and do your job?
真係上梁不正下梁歪。
A crooked stick will have a crooked shadow. Damn. He shoots Poitier a glare before stomping his way out of the Division of Arcane Affairs, muttering curses under his breath.
Him again? What's he complaining about this time?
By the way, I do love the touch when they have characters of a different origin and from a different nation speak a different language, and they do their effort to speak in English, but when they get to the point of being too pissed, they just dip into into their native tongue. That is such a nice little detail. Having brought the missing pendulum back to its office, the officer strides over and grabs a coffee. He shrugs.
Some nonsense about making a mistake while we were out searching for a dog in Chinatown.
Uh-huh.
A missing pooch? Since when are we the dog patrol?
I know, it's not our job. And then he got all huffy about us being brash and naive. And then I was right back to complaining about the incident last year.
You remember when that rookie saw bruises on a kid and kicked up a whole fuss about child abuse? Turned out it was just some traditional Chinese massage. After they got cleared of the charges, the kid's parents were fuming about it for weeks.
A traditional Chinese massage? I'm thinking. I know two massages that definitely leave bruises on the body. One is the one with the cups and the like hot air that just literally just like because of the difference in outside inside air just pulls in a vacuum, essentially pulls in blood into those spots under itself on the skin. The other one is the like hot stone. What is it called? It's not called massage. It's called something else. I can't remember right now. But yeah, those two definitely leave like spots on your body, especially the cup one.
But like, come on, it's literally a rookie mistake. He apologized and they forgave him. You'd think that'd be a problem solved, right? But this guy just wouldn't let it go. He's not even related.
Still, must have left a bad taste in his mouth, I guess. I just don't get why he's complaining about it to us. We don't find missing dogs. We find critters.
They exchange a glance and Poitier lets out a sigh.
Well, at least most folks are friendly. Yeah, well, I was asking for good news. So how about something upbeat?
Sorry, I've got nothing of that particular flavor. Just the opposite.
Let me guess. Our vigilante struck again?
Vigilante. Los Angeles today. The vigilante night piercer bestows justice to LA streets. The officer drops the morning paper in front of her. As her eyes land on the headline, her coffee suddenly smells bitter.
The vigilante night piercer bestows justice to LA streets. Ugh, so melodramatic. Who got hit this time?
Some rich varsity boys. They got in the news over some hazing incident that put a teammate into the ICU. But you know how it is. Strings are pulled and all the charges went away.
But get this. All of them were found penned up on the school's fencing this morning. And with those injuries, looks like they can kiss college football goodbye.
Oh shit.
Hate to say it, but I gotta side with the vigilante on this one. Those kids were monsters. Still.
We're the police, and crime is crime. Doesn't matter how scummy the victims might be.
Irritated, Poitier tosses the newspaper onto one of the many cluttered desks around her.
The arcane skill this guy cast, using those needles? It's like he's trying to imitate Detective CO7. What's up with that?
Huh?
CO7? Like from the movie series? Don't act so surprised I've seen them. You know I love movies about Arcanum.
So, do we got anything?
This also reminds me right now, what time period is this supposed to take place? Don't tell me if the game is gonna... if the story is gonna say the year or something. But I'm very curious, because this looks very modern, like maybe 80s, 70s, 80s? I mean, the music definitely felt 70s, 80s.
Have you seen the look on Chief Eldon's face yet?
Poitier looks over at the deputy chief's office, squinting as she tries to see through the slated blinds.
Hot damn. I know that look. Wasn't the last time when he found out his daughter was dating some jackass crook? I know this night piercer guy's been tricky, but is it really that bad?
You don't know the half of it. The pressure's been building on him. Now, apparently the up-tops are sending us some support. Some cadet from the Vigils Bureau. I guess they decided we're not working hard enough, or something.
Uh-huh.
Vigils? From the Foundation? Aren't they only responsible for the Arcanum crimes that'll cause serious consequences? I don't see how this night piercer guy is their kind of trouble. Besides, how's a Vigil even going to help us? They don't know the city like we do. And not even a full agent, just a cadet. Wait, did you say cadet?
Uh-huh, yeah, cadet. Poitier's head snaps back to the officer. Her eyes wide, she can't just let that word slide by without notice.
You heard me. Apparently, they decided this is gonna be a thing. Send the cadets along to assist and test their chops. So now we're not just dog catchers, we're babysitters too.
I mean, I get the attitude, but at the same time, look, people need to learn.
Is this some kind of joke?
Your words, my lips.
The chief said it's a chance to develop a better working relationship between us and the Vigils. I think Brass just wants to cozy up with the St. Pavlo Foundation.
She downs the rest of her coffee and tosses the empty cup into the trash.
Yeah, that would explain the look on Eldon's face. So what? Anyone know when this cadet is due? Or hell, anything useful at all?
Or hell, is the cadet already here?
I heard tell it's some Chinese girl from a famous family of Arcanists.
Ah.
She's got a mega powerful familiar, and that's why the Vigils recruited her.
Really? Just for her familiar? That can't be the only reason. Did she at least, like, score well on her tests?
Apparently, she didn't even take the test. She was still in training when she was picked. No field experience at all.
Damn. Okay. Poitier tries to maintain her steely demeanor, but the frustration proves too much to contain.
So you mean this girl's a total liability? Some spoiled rich kid debutante looking for a chance to polish her resume?
Well, I don't think that's gonna be the case, but I understand why she's like this. The officer lets out a dry chuckle, but as her reply is about to leave her lips, her eyes flick behind Poitier, and her tone changes.
That's not exactly what I said.
She's there. Oh lord, is she behind me? She's behind me. They wouldn't put just anyone in this position. The office falls silent as all eyes turn to the unfamiliar figure standing in the doorway.
Excuse me.
Damn, I like the outfit. I really like the outfit, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe not the headpiece, but the rest of the outfit I like.
I'm Vigil Cadet Liang Yue from the St. Pavlov Foundation, Vigil's Bureau, reporting for duty, ma'am. Could you please point me to Deputy Chief Alden?
She definitely sounds like
office.
She definitely sounds like a very drilled by family lineage person. Nice. Poitier is the one to break the silence. She jerks her head toward the office in the corner as she speaks.
I see. Thank you.
She offers a slight nod and, under the scrutiny of every officer present, makes her way to the deputy chief's office. As soon as the door is shut, murmurs break out like wildfire. Time to gossip.
Our princess? I've seen street rats bigger. I bet I could lift her up with one hand.
You probably can.
Don't forget her familiar. Though, I don't see it now. So she must be a summoner.
Lucky her. I wish my great-great-great-grandpa left me something like that.
But what's Eldon gonna do? No way he's letting this baby rat scurry into our investigation. I'll show her the door myself if he'll let me.
Just got Eldon a ring.
Guaranteed our Vigil to be is a spoil airheaded legacy pick. I can't imagine she's the type to follow orders.
Guys, we won't get any answers just sitting here.
Yeah, you're right. I need to get back to work. Josh is out on leave, so I've got to cover all his cases.
Hey, hold on. I've got a way to get the scoop on this girl.
Oh god, no. Before Poitier can walk away, she grabs her sleeve and, with a knowing look on her face, indicates toward the deputy chief's office. Oh god. Oh no, what are you doing? Ooh. Deputy Chief's office.
Liang Yue. Specially recommended by the Foundation's East Asia branch for selection into the Vigil's Bureau. Top of class during your training. Selected to serve as the pilot for the Vigil Cadet Field Training Program with the LAPD Division for Arcane Affairs.
Holy chiseled chin, Batman! My god, if I put a mask on you, you could be Batman. Holy, this is like the non-plus ultra default version of a Navy SEAL Marine something. Jesus, I swear this guy and Razor could be best friends.
It's an impressive resume.
Thank you, sir. Actually, it's not that...
Did I ask for an explanation?
Oh, okay. Her voice falters for a moment.
No, sir.
Then don't give me one. You talk when I tell you to talk. You sit when I tell you to sit, and you do exactly as I say when I say.
Damn.
Do I make myself clear?
Okay, I'm taking it back. Unless his character is gonna be a bit more explored later, I like Razor more.
Yes, sir.
On the other side of the thin walls of the office, the officers exchange smirks as they listen into their conversation.
Classic Eldon. Reminds me of the good old days.
Good? The hell was so good about them? Think you've taken one too many smacks on the noggin. Still, she isn't as stuck up as I expected.
And she's probably a wuss. I figured she was gonna backtalk him.
Damn.
A meek little mouse and a rat.
They press their ears against the wall and fall silent once again.
I've been told you're here to assist us in catching the vigilante known as Nightpiercer. But one look at you tells me you don't have the chops.
Damn, he really has a chiseled chin. He really just looks like he came out of the US Marines. Like if you want a guy on a poster for that, you have him.
I'll bet you're greener than any rookie on my force. Now, Liang, answer me. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
On this beat, you're going to encounter arcane crime that is worse than anything you've seen in your training. Beyond your imagination. Are you prepared?
Yes, sir.
When it comes to dealing with Arcanist criminals, you need wits and you need strength. One mistake and you could end up in a casket on that long flight back home. So I ask again, are you up to this challenge?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
No, you aren't.
Fuck's sake. He pulls a newspaper from a drawer and slams it on the desk.
Read it.
The Arcanist scammer Johnny 3 times has been apprehended. Using his arcane skill, ominous obeisance, he manipulated his victims to do anything he asked, specifically transferring all their money to him.
Damn.
In order to successfully cast his arcane skill, he requires his target to answer yes 3 times in 1 minute.
Oh, that reminds me of something else. I don't remember where I remember this story from, but I remember it from some movie maybe? Or a series or something? Where someone is trying to trick someone to say yes or agree a couple of times in a row, and then they have him under a spell. Also, scammer defrauds elderly, leading to tragic death and grieving family. Jesus Christ.
If you had been dealing with him, he'd already have you dumping your trust fund into his bank account. Or worse.
With all due respect, sir, that isn't a fair evaluation. I wouldn't have answered you that way if you were not my commanding officer.
She has a point. But yeah, literally what he was doing there. Having her answer yes 3 times in a row.
Fair. There is no fair when it comes to Arcanists. You've read the headlines about this guy and think you know what to expect? But what if he had abilities the news didn't know about? What if he could disguise himself?
I mean, fair point, but at the same time, you're her commanding officer. What do you expect her to tell you? Are you ready? No, fuck you, sir!
Or do you think that crooks just leave their resumes behind at the crime scene?
For a brief moment, she's at a loss for words.
No, sir.
This article was published a week ago. If you were as ready as you claimed, you should have known about this con man and his arcane skill. If you had any smarts, you'd have at least figured out I was probing you. But you didn't. I don't know what the Foundation and your Vigils teachers taught you. Frankly, I don't care. Because you don't have the practical skills necessary to keep yourself alive on these streets.
He's being very pedantic right now.
I will absolutely not put a kid like you on the Nightpiercer case.
I mean, again, I get what he's doing, but, yeah. Also, it just hit me, but the badges have like a little lizard, chameleon, on them. Cute. His cold voice carries through the wall. The officers outside exchange glances.
Cold and ruthless as a Minnesota winter. Elgin's never been a people person. Guess that's why they keep him stuck down here with us.
I don't know. I agree with him. But he's being pretty rough on her.
If there's not gonna be a character in this story called Miyazaki, and he's gonna meet Eldon and talk to him, I'm gonna riot.
She's definitely too young for this. What you think? She gonna cry?
Look, if she can't handle the chief, then she can't handle this city.
Is that right? I seem to remember someone's eyes going red a few times on her first day.
What? Shut up! I didn't.
The blush.
Shh. Listen.
They fall silent again, waiting to hear what fate will befall the young vigil cadet.
End of discussion. If you want to call home to your daddy or the Foundation and get reassigned somewhere else, be my guest.
No, sir, fuck you, sir!
But as long as you're in my department, you'll follow my rules. For now, I'll assign you some of the lighter cases. This is grunt work, kid. Try not to mess it up.
Hold on. I've got a bad feeling.
Oh, Poitier's eyes widen, but it's too late to act. It is too late to act. You have an actual life 2D model. You are gonna get along with her very well.
Area Poitier will be your partner and field training instructor. She'll be happy to help you adjust. Isn't that right, Officer Poitier?
Poitier, okay, that's how you say it. Poitier can't help but mutter a curse under her breath.
Crap. Guess my day isn't getting any easier.
Well, you could have walked away. But you had to be noisy. And you had to have a live 2D model. Okay, fun. Police criminal story. I like it. I like it already. Let's see. Wait, where's the other one? Good lord. First this one. This is not a business ad. What we are looking for, genuine and passionate individuals. Help us show the world what we do. We are the Vigils Bureau. Is there an Arcanum situation you're dealing with? Got a dispute with your Arcanist neighbor? Don't worry, we're here to help. We are the Vigil Bureau. Committed to upholding the Vigil's mediation code. Protectors of peace in every situation. Whether it's for you or your local police, we've got your back. Next time, leave this to the Foundation's PR department. These guys are helpless at this. The senior remarked, sealing away the footage while struggling to keep a straight face. I'm getting a headache. Their evaluation will just have to be postponed for another 3 months. Okay. This is 100% a business ad. What? With a professional production team, limitless budget, and official sponsorship, our marketing prowess is unmatched. Turn on the TV. Cute. Your close companion is here. Close companions, everyone's best friends. The earliest of these companions can be traced back to the east, where the Zenji befriended the powerful Tiandao beast. Together they battled against evil and maintained peace and harmony. To this day, the Liang family still takes pride in the bond their ancestors shared with Qiangliang, the Tiandao beast. The Tiandao beast protected the world, a story familiar to every child, often whispered by their mothers to soothe them to sleep. But it's not just a legend. Close companions also exist around us. Your gray-headed chickadee poet, your imaginary wolf friend, your changeling childhood playmate, they've long been a part of our lives and have become our most loyal friends. Now it's your turn to find your own close companion, or perhaps get one for the kids. Thanks to the new Bubble Critter Rehab Center, critter companions are coming to every home. Special thanks to the San Paulo Foundation for providing the companion footage featured in this program. Tying it into the wilderness stuff that we have for the critters. I like it. Total crisis. Put down the donut, drop the radio, and lick the sugar off your fingers. This is no joke. Okay. Put down the donut, you cop. Those jokes will never get old. Oh.
Here we are. Get out.
Damn. Streets, Los Angeles.
First case of the day.
Okay, this is definitely like the 70s or 80s. I'm basing it on purely pretty like the car design. I think that's like a 70s, maybe 60s? I would say 70s.
Anytime regular beat cops find a case related to Arcanum, they'll call it into dispatch, and then we get to come mop it up. This is what we call a basic Arcanum incident. The bread and butter of our work, kid. It's not often that we get anything urgent, but you've got to stay on your toes. But to be honest, I hope we don't get anything big today. Last thing I want is to take a rookie like you into a real emergency.
I hope so too.
That's yes, ma'am. You got me? You're probably thinking I'm trying to put you in your place, huh? That I'm just bossing you around.
Yes, ma'am.
But get off your high horse, princess. Because as long as I'm your field instructor, you need to show some respect.
This is the pro tip her colleagues gave her before she left. If your trainee has powerful connections, you've got two choices. Either make sure they know who's in charge from day one, or spend the rest of your day sucking up to them. But it seems she and her colleagues were worrying over nothing.
But I don't have a horse, and I didn't think you were bossy. I'm honored to have you as my partner and field instructor. I look forward to learning under you.
I come from a long lineage of people. I've seen and experienced worse. Would be my take on this. Pretty humble coming from a big shot cadet. Poirier narrows her eyes, only to be met with an earnest, slightly puzzled gaze.
Is there something wrong with what I said, ma'am?
No, you're just a bit of a sheltered person, so you don't know how to talk to people, right?
Are you just that much of a pushover? Or is this all an act?
Nope.
Pardon? I don't quite understand.
Nothing. Just keep close. You never know what can happen with these cases.
She was just properly taught to respect authority. They take their last few steps up to the door and ring the bell. Heavy footsteps approach from within, and the door is flung open with a bang.
Ugh, finally! Do you know how long I've been waiting? Those monsters are at it again! Do something!
I would like to call the manager, please. Such an enthusiastic welcome isn't exactly what the Vigil cadet was expecting. She turns her head only to see her instructor comfortably positioned a few feet behind her. Looks like she'll have to handle this one on her own.
Please remain calm, ma'am. We're here now, and we won't let them hurt you. Am I correct that you reported there are critters that have broken into your house? Could you describe them for us? Do you have an idea how many?
I didn't even notice this up until now, but yeah, she has a gun holster there.
Ugh, I don't know. Like a ton? A bunch? 2.5 buttloads? I didn't stick around to count them.
God, this fucking accent. Also, the cuff hanging from the radio is very interesting. What's that for? To not lose the radio? Even among the woman's chaotic shouting, useful information can be extracted. Liang quickly formulates a plan.
So, there are many of them. In that case, I suggest we split up, ma'am. You could stay here and keep the lady safe, and send me to take the critters down. Given we're in the city, I suspect them to be tamed, and it's possible that someone may be controlling them. Once we've established their type, we may be able to deduce the incantation that's controlling them. Some incantations can be easily traced, such as the manipulation incantation or the shadow incantation.
Over there! There they are!
Please stay behind me, ma'am. We are... they?
Uh-huh, what's happening? She freezes mid-step, her eyes locked onto a corner of the yard. From the shadows, a row of plump creatures waddles into view. It's cows.
Is this... This appears to be a Monchello, a new breed of critter from the Miss New Bible Critter Rehabilitation Center, endorsed by the LSCC. They are medium to large in size and classed as non-aggressive.
Did she say new Bible? That's cute.
The Moncholo consumes base arcane materials and extracts the energy from them. They are intended to assist in the arcane production industry. They've been slated for worldwide distribution. But why are they here?
Well, what are you waiting for? Do something! Kill them!
Uh-huh.
Kill them? Oh, ma'am, please don't worry. They will not attack people. And it's against our procedures to kill non-aggressive critters without authorization.
Meanwhile, Poitier behind her pulls out the gun.
But they're destroying my azaleas! And the stairs in my lawn! And they almost bit my sweetie's tail off!
Oh god. Even the ever-composed Vigil Cadet is momentarily at a loss for words.
Your sweetie? I see, ma'am. I will do my best to get them up.
She decides to put off investigating Sweetie's identity for now. But before she can act, a shrill voice interrupts from outside the yard.
Hey! Don't you dare lay a finger on my precious munchies!
What the fuck is that?
What? Can I help you, sir?
Oh god, she's gonna get overwhelmed. This is her first assignment and everybody's just screaming around her what to prioritize.
I knew it. This jerk is my next-door neighbor? He keeps all kinds of these ridiculous smelly critters around. I order you to throw him and all his disgusting little pets in jail.
I love and hate this accent. Oh god.
Are you out of your mind? They're just some adorable munchalos. What kind of sicko would want to hurt them?
The shouting match quickly escalates as a barrage of increasingly colorful insults fills the air. Liang glances at her instructor. Poitier simply smirks and shrugs.
What did I tell you, huh?
Good god. Good god. Okay. I'm fighting cows. Oh, these things again. Tranquilized crate. A box full of anesthetical bottles. Break it and what will happen? Immune to all statuses cannot be healed. All damage taken is set to 1. Interesting music. Tranquilizer. When destroyed, the destroyer side inflicts one round of dazed on all enemies. Okay. Material crate, the box filled with supplies, what will happen? Immune to all statuses cannot be healed, all damage taken is 1. When destroyed, Moxie +5 for the destroyer side. Nice. Moncholo, a critter that's always chewing. Its appetite and digestion skills have made it an indispensable resident at the critter center. Oh wait, what? If own HP is below 70%, grants attack 15% to all other allies. Oh, okay.
Program activated.
Very interesting. Oh. Oh no. Officer, this thick fog is making my head spin. It reeks from those stinky clumsy oafs. Damn it, they've all scurried behind those crates. Well, go ahead. What are you waiting for? Moo moo. Don't listen to this lunatic, officer. If it weren't for her little devil constantly provoking my children, they'd never have stepped into this filthy yard. Alright, sir, ma'am, please stop arguing. Step aside a little. I'll give you both a satisfactory answer. I need to move those crates first, otherwise these munchalos will just keep circling around them. This music is going hard, what the shit is happening? There was something I read in the new Babel Critical Training Guide. Munchalos become extremely drowsy after intensive activity. Looks like it's time to put that to the test. Moo? I am so sorry. I'm so sorry for what's about to happen. Oh, this is new. I thought I was pressing something, but no, I'm just scrolling over the cards and they are being automatically highlighted now. Like I'm clicking into them. Okay. Fall asleep. Alright, sir, please bring your pets and come with us. The police station will help further processing as needed. Oh, my sweet babies, that is taking you home right now.
Our courage and determination brought us victory.
Also,
Everyone, you have my respect.
Cool. Also, I need to change the 2 back row characters, or at least I need to change Marcus out. I need to remember that. Because I was having her in the team just to get to 100%. And she's done. Restaurant. Oh yeah, this is definitely like 60s, 70s.
Finally, lunchtime. I'll grab the cheeseburger and an Americano. Large.
The front door to the diner has barely closed by the time Poitier has shouted out her order. It seems this is just another part of Beat Cop's routine.
So, some fluffy trespassers, an alchemy incident, a noise complaint for a werewolf infected, and a speeding ticket on an unregistered arcane vehicle.
Huh.
Honestly, busier than I expected. But it all went smoother than I expected, too. We've earned ourselves a decent lunch, I'd say. So what do you want, princess?
Liang studies the menu on the wall, hesitating to answer.
What? Don't tell me our little visual princess can't stomach a bit of fast food. Better get used to it, kid. We're on a tight schedule. There's no time for fancy dining.
Oh, it's not that. It's just... Are all the restaurants here so expensive? This is the first time I've been to LA, and it seems things cost more than I expected.
Huh. Poitier is taken aback.
What, you broke? You telling me the Foundation, can't afford to pay you a decent wage?
Oh no. It's... my subsidy should be enough for daily necessities. It's only the... I was hoping to save some money, but it seems the prices here won't allow me to.
Not gonna lie, I already like this character.
Sorry, please forget it. I'll have a chicken sandwich. Thank you.
Chicken sandwich. I like this character even more now.
Okay.
Their orders placed, the two take a seat at Poitier's usual spot.
Alright, question time, rookie. Because I think I've got the wrong impression. What I heard was that you were some pampered rich kid from a crazy old legendary family.
I mean, maybe not pampered, but definitely crazy old family. After a brief flicker of surprise, Liang's expression shifts. It's as if she expected to hear this question, or at least has grown accustomed to it.
It's true. The Liang family have a long history and many legendary ancestors, but that was a long time ago. Nowadays, we're not so different from any other ordinary family.
Mm-hmm, sure. Ordinary. That's definitely what I think of when I see you. I also heard that you've got a familiar.
You mean Qiangliang?
Qiangliang, okay.
Yeah, sure, that. Come on! It's some mysterious arcane creature from the Far East. Everyone in the DAA is curious about it, myself included. So, you gonna show me?
Liang looks a little troubled.
Now? I'm sorry, but I must refuse your request, Miss Poitier.
The thing is probably large. If she summons that thing inside of this dinky little fast food diner, it's gonna kill everybody by just appearing.
With all due respect, the Qiangliang is a sacred being. It is deserving of great respect.
Mm-hmm.
It has a divine mission to expel diseases and evil beings, and has guarded the world through the ages. Maybe that just sounds like old legends, but it's the truth. We've recorded every battle it fought in our family chronicles, and we're only allowed to borrow its power when we're in the greatest of danger.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Please understand that I can't just summon it simply to show it to others.
Okay. I'm not unreasonable, princess. If it's a sacred thing or whatever, I won't bother you over it.
Okay, nice response. From Liang's sincerity, it's clear that this isn't just an excuse. Poitier isn't annoyed by it, but she does seem a little bored by the overly serious response. An awkward silence falls to the table. Luckily, the waitress breaks it with the arrival of their meals.
Anyway, I guess I should say you're doing a lot better than I thought today. And I don't just give out compliments, you got that? So take some pride in it, but don't get cocky either. This was all chump work. You haven't seen the ugly side of this job yet. This morning might have been a cakewalk, but this job can blindside you just like that. Never underestimate anything.
She takes a hefty bite of her burger and launches into a monologue, the food still rolling around in her mouth. Oh god, I hate people talking with full mouth, ugh. Liang simply looks blank. Poitier finally swallows.
Hey, you in there, princess?
I apologize, but in our family, we have a rule. 食不言，寝不语. It means we believe you shouldn't talk when eating or sleeping.
Nice.
What? You're kidding. You're trying to say I'm being rude? Or wait, you're serious, aren't you?
Liang sits totally still, her expression unchanged. Yeah, this is definitely a rule in some this is a thing that kind of depends on family to family. Like, my folks are usually chatty during dinner. Not really too chatty, but a bit chatty. But yeah, I definitely know families that are like that don't talk while they eat until they're done.
What kind of stupid rule is that? Besides, why would anyone be talking while they're asleep? What, like you can't sleep talk? How do you even control that?
Poitier appears to be giving the question some genuine thought.
Sorry, maybe I didn't translate it right. It means keep quiet before sleep.
Okay. Uh-huh. For a long moment, Poitier stares at her, dumbfounded. Then she sums back in her seat.
The heck? So many rules. Damn, princess, you must have had a miserable childhood. Let me guess. Every day was courses and training, stuck inside, no books, no movies. Did they even let you watch Saturday morning cartoons? I've heard of kids like you. Sounds worse than jail to me. A childhood like that is rough, kid. It's bad for your head. Bad for the job, too.
Liang furrows her brow a little. She can't follow her thought process at all.
I don't understand why you're upset, Miss Poitier. How is it bad for the job?
Did you check the list of incidents before we set off? There's a case we're going to after lunch. A director that received some kind of threat. She's shooting a film in Chinatown.
Oh, here we go.
Anyways, this director's an Arcanist, and her movie is all about Arcanum. So it's in our department. The point is, knowing's half the battle in this job. It'd be easier if you were a cinephile, or at least familiar with films. Maybe then you'd know a thing or two about her.
I wonder if the movie shoot is gonna be some kind of reference to some kind of actual movie.
She's famous for those Detective CO7 films. The first movies to really put a focus on Arcanum and Arcanists. Something about it, though. The detective in those films used a skill a lot like this Night Piercer crook. What's her name again? Something with an N?
New? Poitier strains to recall the name. She only saw it flash on screen for a moment when she watched the film way back when. In her focus, she fails to notice the flash of surprise on Liang's face.
Noah.
Noah, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Wait, so you...
Yes, I've watched her movies too.
There you go.
I'll be damned. So was it a special reward for getting straight A's, or...?
No.
Calling all nearby units. Code 3. We have a hostage situation at City Hall.
Oh my god, the little lizard things on the badges are actually the walkie-talkies. The radios. That is amazing. The radio announcement cuts their get-to-know-you session short.
Suspect is a registered Arcanist, posing a threat to life. On-scene officers are requesting immediate Arcanist support.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell?
City Hall. We're close by, aren't we?
Pack up. Lunchtime's over.
Vacuum that sandwich shop if there's anything left of it. No time to chew. Okay. Interesting. So that's how we're gonna get to the movie shoot and everything. Oh, hi. It's been a while. Time to conch. Spot check. This isn't me nitpicking, Rookie. We all had to learn this by heart. Oh, never mind. This is one of these. Listen up, Rookie. Since I'm your instructor, I need to make sure you don't embarrass me out there. Did you review the basic operation guidelines for Los Angeles Arcane Affairs officers before taking this job? Yes, first, all police operations must remain within Los Angeles administrative jurisdiction. Second, oh my god. Second, we must develop practical and cohesive plans, procedures, and strategies to reduce Arcanum-related crimes and behaviors, improve the quality of life for citizens, and maintain harmonious relations between humans and Arcanists. Administrative Procedure 311-09. In civil disputes involving Arcanum, mediation should be prioritized to minimize the impact of Arcanum-related factors, provide citizens with professional guidance, and avoid actions that could escalate conflicts. Oh, great. A model student response. Administrative Procedure 320-05. In criminal cases involving Arcanum, Arcane Affairs officers in the vicinity should provide assistance whenever possible, minimizing harm to citizens. With that painfully by-the-book response, you might as well join Internal Affairs. Are they in love, that kind of stuff? Let's keep it simple. Remember, big or small, whenever Arcanum is involved, it's up to us, the Arcane Cops, to handle it. But don't worry too much. More often than not, the small stuff outweighs the big stuff. Arcane Cops, that is kinda amazing. Understood, Instructor Poitier. Should I recite the rest? The rest? Nah, you sound like you've got that covered. On the topic of injury and death compensation. Alright, Rookie, that's enough. When you ace a test without even finishing the full test, you just annoy the tester. Order and chaos. The scale once tried to measure it all. Oh, that reminds me of a story that I just want to tell very quickly. Just want to see if there's gonna be anything someone says right now. City Hall.
Let go of the hostage, sir! This won't do you any good!
Oh, good God. But yeah, just to tell the story very quickly while it's in my mind. My stepfather essentially on one of his big tests back in college when he was attending, essentially had an assignment where he had to write 2 separate theses, and he was doing stuff on last second, so he wrote on the first thesis that he know pretty well about. He wrote a shit ton of pages, and for the second one he barely wrote anything, and it was very dicey. So on the first thesis, when he was asked to just summarize it and verbally tell them like what is in it, he went on and on and on and on and on and on, like pretty much like a record. He just kept going, and then on the second thesis, when he was asked about it to summarize it, he did the same thing. He started going on and on and on, and they realized, oh god, no, shut up, it's enough. It's enough, you pass, go, disappear, I don't want to see you anymore. Sometimes you win by bullshitting. Yeah, anyway, sorry about that.
Go away!
Whoa, that's a chonker. Whoa.
Damn. That was close. Where's our backup?
DAA, at your service.
What's the situation?
See for yourself.
The city hall, usually bustling with foot traffic, now stands eerily empty. The reason is immediately clear.
Don't come any closer. Stay back! Stay back! Please! Don't kill me! I'm sorry! I really am! Please let me go. Shut up! It's too late now. Say another word and you are dead! Stay back!
Damn! He swings the blade in his hand wildly, his voice is furious, panicked snarl. The crowd on the other side of the police barricade instinctively recoils, but the woman standing just 10 paces away doesn't move an inch.
Hey! Trust me, pal.
God damn, you look cool! Who are you?
You really don't want to do this.
Who's that? Doesn't look like one of ours.
No, but she looks cool as fuck. Who is that?
Just some civvy. She was talking with the suspect before we got here.
Okay.
That woman...
What, you know her? Look familiar or something?
No, just a thought. It's nothing.
Uh-huh. The woman glances toward the officers, seeming to notice their conversation.
People make mistakes. But some mistakes can't be undone. Don't put that blood on your hands, or it'll never wash off. Is hurting this guy worth all that pain and guilt? Sooner or later, he'll get what's coming to him for what he's done. I promise you that.
Her words seem to have an effect. The hostage taker hesitates, his face contorted in pain, his grip on the knife faltering.
But, I must!
He's distracted. Rookie, time for us to take him down.
Oh god, time for battle. Well, that was a quick scene into battle. Uh-huh. What do we have? A robber in distress. When someone's trying to commit a crime, few care about their grievances. Oh yeah.
Program activated.
Okay, you're probably gonna die in one hit. No extra text. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda hated that the cards are being auto-clicked in, kinda. I need to take a look at the options if you can disable that.
The moment of
This book or this one?
benefit from reading.
This book or this one?
Great.
Oh, the damage numbers.
Metaphor?
It didn't even hit me before, but the damage numbers have,
Careful with the pages.
Oh, is that... Is that just for this event? Or did they change how the damage numbers look overall? Because I kind of like the new style.
This book or this one?
Charging.
I can't wait it to read.
Our courage and determination brought us victory.
Yes. Courage and determination in overlevel.
Please stand down, sir.
Although almost half his size, Liang manages to pin the suspect to the ground. The other officers swarm in, snapping handcuffs around his wrists before he can put up another fight.
Suspect under control. I repeat, suspect under control. No further backup needed.
Not gonna lie, the scene doesn't feel American enough. No gunfire. I'm sorry. That's such a bad joke. I'm sorry. Looks like this case is wrapped up.
Nice moves. I was kind of hoping we get to see that familiar of yours, though.
A simple threat like this isn't worthy of Qiangliang. I have to reserve its assistance, unless absolutely necessary.
Unless we're at the end of the story and we need to beat the last boss.
So is this just another one of those rules? Or do you mean its help comes with a price tag?
Both.
Okay, so there is a price to pay for using him. Okay. Despite the curtness of her response, her eyes widen a little at Poitier's astuteness. Poitier growls.
That it?
What do you mean?
I mean, so far, every time you talk about the job or your family rules, it's just the surface level stuff. How do you actually feel about any of this?
Liang looks genuinely confused. She has a point. She did caught on very quickly on the whole thing. Yeah, when she's speaking about herself or her family, it's literally like one sentence responses. And everything else is like elaborate.
How I feel? I don't understand why it would be necessary to mention that.
Because it is.
Because we're partners, kid. We've got to trust each other. How am I gonna let you watch my 6 if I don't even know how you tick?
But Liang still doesn't seem to get it.
I see. You're my partner and instructor during my assignment with the LAPD Division of Arcane Affairs. So I'll do my best to learn from you and complete my work as assigned. I won't slow you down.
That's not what I'm...
That's, yeah.
Forget it.
Huh?
She'll get it later. Liang's tone all but says, my personal feelings don't matter. Poitier gives up trying to argue with someone with such a stubborn, unreadable demeanor. She simply stares at her, quietly seething to herself. Luckily, before things can spiral further, her hostage cuts through the tension.
Oh, thank God you took down that lunatic. I'm really grateful, miss. But ain't you a bit young to be an arcane affairs officer? I think I've seen that uniform somewhere else before. You're a vigil, right?
Yes, sir. Wait.
The vigils have drip. Liang swallows the rest of her words as she stares at the hostage she just rescued. Her expression suddenly vary.
I know you.
Uh-huh. Oh.
The Arcanist scammer Johnny 3 times being apprehended. Using his arcane skill, Ominous Obeisance, he manipulated his victims to do anything he asked, specifically transferring all their money to him.
Nice catch. I didn't even think about it. I thought they were just using like a general model for the NPC.
You're that scammer Johnny 3 times.
Oopsie. Guess that's the downside of getting your name in the papers.
What? Didn't we already book that guy? What's he doing here?
Probably scammed his way out.
He got a sweetheart deal. A reduced sentence in exchange for revealing where he stashed all the dough he stole. And it was a shitload of money, too. Apparently from some big donors to the mayor's re-election campaign.
Jesus.
Of course he demanded he be present for the unveiling of his stash, so they brought him here. That's when this loony attacked the police escort, took him hostage.
That seems way too convenient.
Hey, easy, officer. You've already got me. No need to be so rough with the cuffs.
Clam it, Johnny.
Damn.
We should have just let that guy ice him.
Wow.
May I ask, officer, do we know if the man trying to kill him was...
Yeah, under his spell?
Yeah. He's the son of a victim.
Okay.
This bastard took his mom for all she was worth, and when she found out, boom, heart attack.
Okay, yeah, that was mentioned in the news article. He shakes his head, heaving a very sigh. Johnny 3 times snickers.
Like mother, like son. He was just as dumb as his doddering old mom. Worse even, because he didn't even catch wise to it.
Oh, nice! Can we off him?
It's a concrete jungle, baby, and it follows jungle rules. Survival of the fittest. Crapper Brains here never had a chance. If it wasn't me, it would have been someone else. What a joke. Imagine killing over just because you lost a bit of cash.
Imagine killing over because I stuck a knife in your heart.
Then we've got this dumbass coming at me with even less of a brain. Think about it. If he killed me, how's he gonna get his money back?
Shut the fuck up, asshole.
Damn. She levels a punch to his gut, sending him crumpling to the ground, gasping for air. That might have been a bad move, cause now he can probably sue you for it, cause he didn't attack you or insult you.
Officer Poitier, What are you doing?
Yeah.
What? I'm teaching this douchebag a lesson.
But we can't do that. It's against the rules.
Liang steps between the two, blocking Poitier from doing any more.
Well, I guess the Vigils are a cut above the trash when it comes to the DAA. Am I right?
Feed him to your beast. Poitier takes a deep breath as she tries to rein in her frustration.
Let's get this straight, rookie. You don't tell me what to do. I should have known. You're just the worst kind of cop. Everything by the book, sticking to your high and mighty principles like you know what's best.
She lets out a frosty huff and turns away. Oh? God, my eyes. Flashbang. How dare you rat us out? Oh. Sorry. Okay. Because you did something wrong. Oh god, no. Then you are a rat. I didn't really care if you wanted to come along, but now you go and snitch on us? I told you we shouldn't have invited her. Wait, don't go. Oh. The clamor of fearful voices cuts her off.
No! Somebody stop him!
Uh-oh. What now? What's happening? To be continued. What the shit is happening now? Okay, but I see. So, she's a bit of a stickler for rules. Exorcism. Oh, we're still here. Okay. Shh, the device is connected. It's calling your name. Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Stay back! Help me! Help!
No, I think he's fine. The city hall has been plunged back into chaos. Johnny lets out a shriek, scrambling to get as far away as possible.
Get away!
Oh, okay. He hurls the officer aside. Blood drips down his fingers from the thumb he broke to slip his hand out of his cuffs. Damn! He moves with inhuman strength, fighting off the approaching officers with ease. Okay, that's definitely weird.
Out of my way! I will kill you! I will kill you all!
Damn it, is this dude high or something?
No. No, I don't think this is drugs.
Possessed.
It's an arcane skill. I sense some kind of evil spirit. I think I can stop him, ma'am.
The tension between them has been totally forgotten. The situation is urgent. Poitier gives a sharp nod.
Fine. Whatever it is, whatever you think you can do, do it.
I will. This is my duty.
Liang gives a firm nod before rushing toward the suspect. Oh!
Kill! I must kill this bastard! Who are you?
Please stay calm, sir. I have no weapon. I'm just here to make a phone call.
What? A phone call?
Yes. And you are going to make it.
Uh-huh.
Who are you dialing?
You'll soon find out.
Oh shit. Oh. Oh my god. Damn. That's a big kitty! Damn! Holy shit. Okay. Oh, whoa. A frenzied robber. A robber breaking free of control. He paid a price to escape his chains. Nothing hurts more than a grudge that cuts to the bone. Humanoid projection. A blurry humanoid creature. Its outline shifts constantly like an old, distorted recording, flickering and floating. Its very purpose seems to depend on whether or not it is seen. Okay. Oh yeah, also... they're not giving... yeah, not for these. I was curious if I can use... maybe like a preset character, but that's probably not gonna be until... the end.
Program activated.
That looks disturbing. Something is coming out of his body? Watch yourself, rookie! What is that? It seems to be some kind of non-corporeal specter? No, that's not right. I don't sense any ghostly aura around them. They must be ghost plagues. Ghost plague? The hell are those? According to Eastern records, they're entities that bring calamity, disease, and malevolent curses. But this time, astonishingly, these ghost plagues have taken on human form. I don't know why yet, but something must have triggered their transformation. Officer Portier, please step back. My duty alongside Liang has always been to drive out these ghost plagues. It's time to put an end to this disturbance. Damn, she's in her element. Okay, let's do this.
The moment of
Loading.
Or this one.
benefit from reading.
The light that illuminates all.
Like a metaphor?
Rifantatio?
Our courage and determination brought us victory.
Yes.
No! My head!
Oh, God, is he hitting his head against like a metal railing?
I'm so sorry, Mama.
Aww. With one last garbled whisper, the man collapses. The officers around him remain frozen, still too wary to approach.
Should we cuff him?
Get him a medic?
Allow me. But I believe we should bring him to the hospital to be checked over immediately.
Thank you.
Think you can handle him? We got this con man to take care of.
She follows the older officer's gaze. Not long ago, Johnny 3 times was brimming with arrogance. Now he's a crumpled heap on the floor. A dark stain has formed on the crotch of his pants. Yes, good.
God, what a loser.
Poitier sneers, shaking her head as she turns away. She hesitates, then shifts her gaze to Liang.
So, you know what I'm about to say, right?
God, that was so cool! Liang looks visibly confused, although more understandably this time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is that what you want? For me to say it? Sorry.
Oh, the blush is great.
I felt bad for that guy, but there was nothing we could do for him while he was possessed. If it weren't for you, we might have shot him. Well done, Visual Liang. And please just forget what I said. I was out of line.
You're not gonna say that the beast was cool? Come on! The moment her apology ends, she turns her head, unwilling to see Liang's reaction. But after a long pause, there is no response.
Say something.
She looks back to see Liang frozen in surprise.
Oh, right.
She doesn't know how to react to this.
It's okay. I didn't take it to heart.
Aw.
Good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Who are you?
Who's there?
A stifled laugh hits their ears. Poitier springs back like a startled cat.
Sorry, I shouldn't eavesdrop. It's a bad habit. It's just... You remind me of my friends back in the old days.
You're the lady that tried to help us soothe him. Thank you for the help. It could have turned out much worse if you hadn't been there. Thank you again.
That's too kind of you, young Vigil. I just did what anyone should. Really, it was you and your partner that were the real heroes.
Uh-huh.
You're too modest, ma'am. Actually, forgive me for asking. Haven't I seen your face before?
Mm-hmm. Movie star? She studied the woman's face for quite some time before speaking this thought aloud. Probably the movie star that portrayed Noir. They haven't met in person, no, it was in some other way, but how? Where? She has barely begun forming the words when the woman gives her the answer.
Good to know that someone still remembers those old flicks, even after all these years.
The features of the face beneath the beret overlap with a face from Liang's memory. But the face she remembers lacks the maturity and composure of the woman before her. The face was brimming with youthful confidence, full of fire and energy. But one thing has remained the same. Those bright shining eyes, like stars twinkling on silver screens and television sets. Oh, okay, so... maybe this is her daughter? or do we have a Benjamin Button situation?
Yes, from the movies. That's right. You are...
Oops, you got me. I'm casing. Or were you hoping I'd say Detective CO7?
Casing, that's how you say it? Okay. I would have read that as Qixing. She winks at the two dumbfounded officers. Alright. Hospital.
A full report will take some time. You'll need to wait for now.
Thank you, Doctor.
Our perp had his ID with him. That saves us a lot of digging. Eric Wong, 43, runs a grocery store in Chinatown. Let's see. The only family member we've got is his wife, a Lillian Lau, who immigrated to the States 10 years ago. Both have no criminal record, totally clean. He's an Arcanist apparently, and a powerful one at that. But no reports of any prior misuse of Arcanum. His car was found near the crime scene, all filled up with potatoes and carrots from the wholesalers. Either this was just a spur-of-the-moment wacko move, or some bizarre attempt at a tuber-based alibi. Anyway, we've contacted his wife, and she should be here soon. Maybe we'll get some more clues from her.
Okay. Maybe it was a possession then.
Yo, Liang, you listening?
Oh, you're right.
The answer is obvious. No, Poitier takes a deep breath.
Earth calling Liang!
The sudden shout snaps Liang out of her daze.
Officer Poitier, we're in a hospital. We should keep quiet.
I would have, but that didn't seem likely to bring you back to Earth, Space Cadet. So what's got you lost in space now?
I'm just thinking.
About what?
About Miss Qixing.
Yeah, she says it Qixing. Okay.
Right.
That was...
I guess you're really into those movies, huh? It's all good, boo.
That was literally my first initial, thought how to say the name, but I guess, the actual person said it with, a more American approach? Maybe?
I get the picture now. Our little CO7 fan sneaking into the cinema behind her parents' back. You know, you're beginning to almost seem human, Princess.
At first, I thought you might be an android. Like those Laplace bots they've got writing parking tickets for us.
Really? Laplace bots that are writing parking tickets? Okay. Liang looks as if she wants to argue, but at the last moment she stops herself.
In fact, I do like Miss Qixing's CO7 movies very much. Her character means a lot to me.
Oh no, is she basing her current character on the movie person? That would be actually both cute and hilarious at the same time.
Oh, is that the reason why you decided to be a visual?
Specifically, yes. It's the reason I decided my destiny was to be in the police.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the topic. I was thinking about Miss Qixing, but it wasn't because I like her or anything like that.
She shakes her head, her gaze sharpening, her brows furrowed slightly.
It's just that her being here made me think about Night Piercer. Miss Qixing has a similar arcane skill to the one he appears to use. She called it Silver Needle. She even performed it in her movies.
What if they're the same person?
Could that really just be a coincidence?
Huh?
The officer knits her brow as if she's just been hit with a bad joke, but Liang, deep in thought, continues.
And what she said felt meaningful in some way.
Uh-huh. 1 hour earlier. What did she say?
It's a great pleasure to meet you, Miss Qixing. I grew up watching your films. But what are you doing here in LA? I mean, if it's okay to ask.
She's so excited.
Sure, not a problem at all. I'm here to see an old friend.
Though she was once a star known across the nation, Jixiang speaks warmly and without airs. It's like she's chatting with an old friend.
Is it Miss Noah? I heard she's planning a new film.
Oh, so you heard the news? It's been a long time since I last saw her. You're right though, kid. I've got something I need to talk to her about.
Oh, that had a serious tone to it.
Of course. That's great. Oh, and the Dushuo Festival is coming soon. I hope you all go to the Shehe Parade in Chinatown. It'll be so much fun to see you there.
Huh?
Poitier confused. The quiet, reserved Liang has suddenly returned chatty. Poitier stares at her. She's like an entirely different person. Yeah, she's excited.
Shehe. Is it really that time of year again?
Huh.
You don't like the parade?
Of course I do. I like every bit of it. Watching people eat, perform, and come together to celebrate the end of the year, and to pray for peace and good luck in the next.
Are you gonna be our bad guy for the story?
I like the pure and simple wish that the Shehe Parade carries. But it always reminds me of the ending.
What ending?
Qixing falls silent, shaking her head, but no more explanation is needed. Liang's memories have come back to her.
You mean the ending of the last film in the CO7 series?
Also, is CO7 a reference to James Bond? 007? Feels like it. She must have guessed correctly. Qixing's eyes widen a little. Then she gives a small nod.
Yes. I know lots of people like that ending. A reflection of reality, they say. Tragedy leaves people with a deeper impression than comedy.
Okay.
But as for me, I hated it. The good guys failed and the bad guys won? What kind of an ending is that?
Oh, really? That was the ending to that movie? I mean, an ending to a movie, especially a movie series like that, would only be okay and acceptable, I guess, if there is a next movie that, you know, has the good guys win then?
Maybe we don't get a say in how things work in reality. But in stories we can. We should.
Huh.
Reality itself is tragic enough already. Why should a movie remind us of how absurd things really are? What goes around comes around. That's what people want to see in the movies.
Her tone has turned unusually serious for a discussion about film. These words strike a chord with Liang.
I agree with you. When I was little, I also didn't like how it ended. Maybe it's true that reality can't guarantee us true justice, but I still want to see justice being served. At least in fiction.
This response seems to earn Qixing's approval.
I feel the same way. Pardon me for asking.
These two are vibing.
That beast you summoned was something else. It reminded me of a certain creature. A legendary beast from the north of China.
Uh-huh.
強亮既出，網友不為，斬殺兇舊，梟截不詳。
Okay, I hope everybody saw that on screen. That text was so slowly revealing itself. Anyway, arise, Qing Liang, swift and fierce, banish all evil and cleanse this place.
That must make you a descendant of the Liang family, right?
Something in Qixing's gaze makes Liang feel as though she's standing too close to an open flame. But even so, she answers truthfully.
Yes, I'm Liang Yue, from the Liang family of the 12 Jins.
Jins. Okay, that's how you say that? Jins. Okay.
Liang Yue. Liang Yue. It's a good name, little Vigil. I'll keep it in mind.
Oh, she's definitely striking me like she's gonna be in some way tied to either the bad guys or she is the bad guy of the story. There's a tone there. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, first off, this. Deleted scene. Good thing it wasn't live. We'll just cut this part out. Turn on the TV. Live tonight with special guests. Tonight's first guest is a brilliant young actress you've seen in CO7 Part 1 and CO7 Part 2. Now she's returning from the upcoming CO7 Part 3. Though honestly, why not just call them CO8 and CO9? Anyway, please welcome Qixing. And then, you know what Noir said. She said, we're wrapping up, so we might as well use all the explosives. So your reaction to the explosive wasn't just your stellar acting. I'd like to think some of it was, but that wide-eyed reaction when the explosion's shockwave hit me, that was definitely real. No more big fireworks for part 3, I take it. You must have used them all up in the last one. 50-50. What's that? 50-50. Either this film ends the series with a bang or flops on its face because of its garbage excuse for an ending. Whoa, I think we're about to head into spoiler territory. Before Noir sues us, let's cut to the commercial. Don't spoil your old movie. Routine check. Alright, check your gear. If you're missing so much as a damn paper clip, speak up now. Rookie, where's your chameleon comms? Lost it? I think I still have it. Look, right here. It's just gone into camouflage. What, really? Maybe Qiang Liang showing up scared into hiding. But what, that thing is actually alive? Qiang Liang, that electric tiger of yours, the one that lives in your phone? This old brick phone was the relic I used during my first summoning of Qiang Liang. It became the token of our bond. Oh, okay. I might get why there is a cuff at the end of that thing. Maybe it's symbolic in a sense of the thing is, you know, chained and tied to the summoner, in a sense. When I use this phone to call Qiang Liang, it will answer. Wild! It's like something straight out of those TV shows. But using a phone for rituals, I thought rituals from your side of the world would be more, traditional? Like those dancing shadow puppets you've got? That's an excellent guess. Previous generations of summoners in my family did use shadow puppetry to call Qiang Liang, but that was centuries ago. Oh, so does it mean you... does it make you a once-in-a-century kid of genius? Not really. I was just lucky that the phone is a more convenient method than shadow puppetry. There it is, you're still humble as ever, princess. Can you summon Queen Liang again? Oh, thank you for the help earlier. I wouldn't recommend it. Calling Queen Liang without a good reason might make it angry and... the calls are really expensive. Wait, was that? Is that why she's reluctant to call him? She actually has to pay a phone bill? Oh my god. Oh my god, that is amazing. Okay, before we continue, let me complete this thing on the difficulty stages. Alright, this is done. Let's proceed on to stage 5. Other side, same coin. People generally prefer to maintain their distance before promises are made. Oh god. This character. I'm wondering about this character. I've seen her on a splash art for this in the menu. Is that Daft Punk over there? Wait. Wait.
I read an article about the conflicts between Miss Qixing and the other 2 producers of the CO7 series. Before, I thought it was only rumors. But now, thinking over what she said, what if it's true? What am I saying? It's ridiculous.
Then stop pouting over it, princess. We've got work to do.
Pat on the shoulder or back. The hallway of the Laplace Rehabilitation Center Cooperative Hospital is bustling with people. That is a mouthful! Laplace Rehabilitation Center Cooperative Hospital. I am surprised that I didn't stumble over that. Lost in thought, Liang is jolted back to reality by a firm clap on the back.
You want to bet on how many people in LA have similar arcane skills? Come on, it's a total coincidence. You don't really think they're the same person, do you? That'd be nuts.
Ma'am, I would like to present you with the anime equivalent of who has more detail? Random schmuck of the street or this chick?
I mean, it's the Detective CO7 we're talking about. Sure, she's been retired from acting for a while, but she's like super famous.
Yes, and?
If she was gonna go all kooky and start taking out crooks like she was the real CO7, why wait all this time? It's been years since her last movie, and we're only just dealing with this Nightpiercer guy now. Besides, it's not like it's a crazy, unusual type of arcane skill. Who knows? Maybe this Nightpiercer guy is a fan of Detective CO7's films too. Can't rule out anything yet.
Also, it just kind of hit me, but the default appearance that we just had for Qixing is kind of very reminiscent of a certain thief that is trying to be inconspicuous.
Hey, you okay in there? Did I knock the wind out of you?
It's okay. I'm fine.
How hard did you smack her on the back? Liang shakes her head. Poitier, still bewildered and perhaps feeling a little guilty, insists that she didn't mean to hit her so hard. Not that it matters. At least the sudden smack did the trick in pulling Liang out of her spiraling thoughts. Neither the test results nor the suspect's family has arrived yet. Liang makes her way to the vending machine at the far end of the hallway with the coins Poitier dropped in her hand as a half-hearted apology and buys herself an orange juice. But that absurd thought, that ridiculous guess from earlier, still refuses to leave her mind.
Forget it. Just like you said, it doesn't make any sense.
No, I think you're onto something. All attempts to push the thought from her mind are failing. That is until a frantic voice cuts through the air.
But you're injured, ma'am. You can't just leave.
I'm totally fine. It's just a tiny smidge of damage. I can fix it myself.
Holy camera ad! Alright then. I don't even know what to say about this character. What do I say here? What does it say on that thing there? Todo?
You call a broken arm a smidge. Need to let us treat it immediately.
Get a mechanic?
What's going on here?
The doctor recognizes her uniform immediately.
Are you a vigil? Could you help me stop this girl? She's trying to leave with a broken arm. She was in an accident. But since she's woken up, she's refused to let us examine anything. She might not be our normal kind of patient, but we're doctors. We can't let someone leave when they need immediate medical attention.
Did you go to an engineering school? On top of... Oh god. Oh no, she has comic lines with the reactions. Oh god.
I'm in a hurry now. I'm gonna miss my bus.
And she's suddenly nervous. Beneath the girl's clothing, the exposed skin has a cold metallic sheen. That must be what the doctor meant by not our normal kind of patient. Oh, the camera head didn't give it away? You needed to look at her skin below her clothing? Lewd. Liang notices the emblem on her chest, marking her as an employee of the St. Paulo Foundation. How odd that she'd have such a panicked reaction to this sight of a vigil.
There'll be another bus, but you only have one buddy. You should listen to the doctor. Sit down and wait until you're cleared to leave. Please show us your ID so that the doctor can give you treatment.
For a few stiff seconds, the girl's... Oh no, music. The girl's mechanical head freezes in place. Then in a movement almost too fast to follow, it snaps up.
Look! A hamster riding a stethoscope!
Redoing that?
A hamster what?
She's gonna fall for it. The bizarreness of these words leaves Liang no choice but to glance in a pointed direction. Only to confirm, of course, that there is no hamster nor stethoscope in sight.
Now!
Good God.
Hey, wait!
It worked. Roll for confusion. Natural 20. Defeat panicked foundation staff. Oh my god. A foundation staff fleeing in haste. Apparently the foundation badge can attract vigils. Who's ever heard of such a thing? Keeper of memories. Whenever memory replay is triggered on an ally, panicked foundation staff gains 1 stack of clear-headed for 2 rounds. At the end of the round, for every stack of clear-headed on self recovers. Okay, I see a heal. Patient murmurs to himself. The change of the world has taken him to insane. The process is unbearably long, painful, and irreversible. Poor guy.
Duty lies with you.
All right then. All right. Why are you chasing me? The hamster's over that way. I need you to cooperate. Stop right there. Who the fuck is this now? Oh, officer, watch out. Don't run through the corridor like that. You almost knocked me over. Sorry, ma'am. When I need to be more careful. Keep my arms and legs in check. Avoid hitting civilians. And stay clear of all this equipment. Jesus Christ. Oh, this girl. Can I somehow turn this off? Because this is kind of annoying me a tiny bit. I don't think I can, unless there's an option in the options menu that I didn't see. Because I did take a peek. Anyway.
The moment. Learn from silence. Victory secured. I should excuse myself.
Right.
Watch out!
Sorry, I'm after...
The hospital's narrow hallways are hardly suitable for a chase, and Liang quickly finds her path blocked by a supply cart. By the time she's made it past, the mechanically headed girl has disappeared. Her metal chameleon communication device, issued by the Division of Arcane Affairs, gives off its distinctive chime.
Hey, Rookie, where did you go? Get back here. The medical report is ready, and Mr. Wong's family just arrived.
Understood. How's Mr. Wong doing?
There's a long pause on the other end of the line.
It's not pretty.
Well, that's not good. Ward. Damn, is his condition really that critical? Mr. Wong is lying unconscious on the hospital bed, looking haggard. His breathing is labored and raspy, like wind rattling through a hollowed-out log.
How? What happened to him? He seems completely normal this morning.
Her legs go weak. Were it not for the man supporting her, she might have collapsed entirely.
Please relax, Miss Wong. We have to wait and see what the doctor says.
Oh, it's this guy.
You again.
Poitier instantly recognizes him, one of the Division of Arcane Affairs' least welcome and regular visitors.
Right. You're the local arcane private eye, aren't you, Joe? Are you commissioned by the victim?
That's what that guy is.
What?
The man's eyes widen in surprise before shooting Poitier a venomous glare.
I like some taxi leeches out there. I actually help people in need.
He sounds like he's Texan, but is doing a Chinese accent. Amazing. Oh, yeah, right, he sounds like those actors in good old Western movies when you have like a Chinese actor, but they are clearly either American and are doing an accent, or they are Chinese and are doing an accent in reverse.
I don't charge a fee when it comes to my neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
He clearly has no interest in arguing at a time like this. He lets out a cold snort and turns to the doctor with a questioning look.
Miss Liang has cleared the unknown arcane skill that was afflicting him. His physical condition is stable, but I fear there may be some long-term effects on his mind. He seems to be suffering from a severe thought and memory disorder. It would be best to keep him asleep.
Doctor, when will he wake up? Can I speak to him?
For now, we suggest against it. It may cause him additional distress to see someone familiar to him. We fear there might be memory loss.
What? How? What should I do now? With this mother gone, I can't take any more of this.
Madam.
The woman looks as though all the strength has been drained from her body as she slumps into a nearby chair. Liang opens her mouth to offer comfort, but can't seem to find the right words. Joe's gaze sweeps past Poitier before settling on Liang.
So, who's a little China's kid? Did the DAA give you a sidekick to do your job for you? Forget it, lah. Listen, if you are not going to do your best to help these people, then it's better you just stay out of my way.
Liang looks to Poitier with a questioning gaze. Poitier shakes her head and sighs, gesturing for her to come closer before handing over the hospital's diagnosis.
When they first brought him in, there were remnants of the Arcanum riddled through his body. It might have gone a long way to proving he wasn't in control of himself, but I guess anything definitive has already faded away. The doctors couldn't isolate a cause. Worst case scenario, they might not believe us and have this poor guy shoved off to the funny farm.
Liang clenches her fists and looks toward a woman curled up in the hospital chair, quietly sobbing. She looks so small against the oversized seat. Finally, Liang steps forward and crouches beside the chair. After a brief hesitation, she reaches out and places a hand over the woman's. Joe looks surprised.
Madam, please. You need to stay strong for your husband. They've brought in some of the best doctors from the Laplace Rehab Center. If there is anyone that can help him, it'll be them.
In a way, it is a promise with no real guarantee. A statement that could almost be considered a lie, but even lies have value when a person needs to hear them. The woman hastily wipes her tear-streaked face and lifts her head.
He said that he was going to buy produce from the wholesalers, but I couldn't reach him. And then the police called. My husband is a good man. Everyone knows that. He would never do something like this. Please, miss, you have to help us.
No? The woman grasps Liang's hand tightly in hers, her fingers trembling. Her hands are gentle, yet rough, etched with years of hard work, the kind of hands earned through long days and nights of striving for a better life. In her palm, she can feel the woman's desperate, burning warmth. It is so hot, she feels it could scorch her. Liang takes a deep breath.
You can rely on us, ma'am.
Oh?
We'll find out the truth behind this. I promise you.
She gives the woman's hand a firm, reassuring squeeze.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You are our only hope. Please.
Sometimes a lie can become the truth. All it takes is someone willing to make it so. Yeah? Oh, stop being a little bitch, you asshole. The door to the ward is shut behind them. After a moment of silence, Poitier tilts her head.
Rookie mistake, Princess. Never make a promise about something you don't get to decide on.
I'm sorry, Miss Poitier, but I only mean...
Hold it. I didn't say we weren't gonna do our best.
The words she was about to say no longer serve any purpose. Instead, Liang does something Poitier has never seen her do before. She smiles. Oh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Not so fast. We still need some solid evidence if we're gonna crack this case.
But where to begin? It seems like there are no obvious clues beyond what we were seeing. Mr. Wong had no enemies and was well loved in his community. If that's the case, then it can't be a simple motivation. Still, something sticks out to me. When I ask about any recent events or happenings, it wasn't Mrs. Wong that answered. It was...
Poitier already knows where this is going.
Joe, our private eye with a chip on his shoulder against the DAA.
Yep.
Yes. He mentioned that there have been strange things going on around LA's Chinatown recently. According to my notes, he mentioned there were children that suddenly became distant and unresponsive, young men that began showing signs of memory loss, and an otherwise healthy elder that rapidly developed signs of dementia.
Huh.
Absent-mindedness, empty despondence towards family and friends, memory loss. It all sounds very familiar to Mr. Wong's condition. But no one thought to bring the matter to the police. I also spoke with the nurses here. They said they've also noticed an increase in patients from Chinatown complaining of confusion and memory loss. I guess once again, no one thought it was serious enough for our attention.
Poitier's expression darkens.
Well, what you thinking, Cadet? Are all these cases related?
I mean, they have all the same symptoms and similar symptoms and, you know, yeah?
If it's as widespread as you're making it out to be, we might be in over our heads.
Even so, I think we can't overlook it as a possibility. Arcane skills that directly affect the mind are rare, but they do exist. I've read of similar cases in the Vigil's archive. One of them, as I recall, had very similar symptoms to what we're seeing here.
Oh yeah? Liang's brow furrows.
However, if there were some criminal intention behind all of these symptoms, What could it be? Or could it be an accident? Maybe a child with a powerful arcane skill who can't control it. Or some unregulated and dangerous arcane objects. We can't draw any conclusions without more evidence.
The two officers look troubled. Then, as if something had clicked in her mind, Poitier's face lights up.
Arcane objects. Isn't there a department in the Foundation that stores and records dangerous arcane materials?
Yes, at the headquarters of the Foundation. And its official name is...
Are they cutting it off
the
here?
Arcanum Containment Department.
The Arcanum Containment Department. Alright. We're getting SCP here.
Voilà.
Oh god.
Je crois que je suis arrivée.
The duck is on screen. Suddenly. Oh, hi Matilda, how's it going? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
C'est bien plus lumineux.
It just wait.
Que je ne l'avais imaginé.
It just hit me. She appeared literally with the words, "Ah, voila! I believe I am here." Yes, you're correct. It is much brighter and more spacious than expected. Oh god, she's gonna be in this story. Oh, this is gonna be ridiculous. Oh god. I was actually wondering if we're gonna slot in someone from like the regular crowd that we know into this story. Alright, Matilda time. Voices of the street, on the street. Hey, is that Miss Xixing over there? Looks like a friendly chat is in order. Turn on the TV. Street interviews. Last night, the Night Piercer struck again, attacking the convoy transporting the infamous Johnny three times. Two officers were knocked unconscious during the attack. However, Johnny 3 times was seriously injured and remains in critical condition. Ooh. Insiders say citizens clashed with the convoy earlier that day due to dissatisfaction over Johnny 3 times' light sentencing. Later that night, the Night Piercer struck, seemingly enacting vigilante justice on behalf of Johnny 3 times' victims. Public support for the Night Piercer has grown since. And although it's already been a day since the attack, crowds still gather at the scene. We are here to hear what the people on the street have to say. Serves him right, the scumbag deserves a prickly end. I think following the law is important, but honestly, the way Johnny 3 times got such a light sentencing feels off. Who, me? Are you asking me? Oh, sorry miss, but you haven't happened to see CO7, have you? Oh, no reason. I thought this was one of those prank interviews they've been doing lately. How should I put this? Sorry, but someone in my position isn't really allowed to comment on politics. Saving lives. He's a doctor who loves his job. Seeing you hurt gets him a little giddy, that's all. What? Read the poster. The Laplace Rehab Center welcomes you. Welcome to the Laplace Rehabilitation Center. We are the world's leading hospital specializing in Arcanum. Whether you are suffering from Arcanum-related injuries, cursed with bad luck after an argument with your neighbor, transforming more and more into a beetle with each passing morning. Huh? Fly? Reference? Suddenly recalling your past life as a pharaoh, causing you great distress at your office job? Okay. The Laplace Rehabilitation Center is committed to giving you the best treatment available. Don't worry about whether your rare condition is covered by health insurance. To thank you for contributing to medical advancements, we offer discounts and subsidies based on the rarity of your condition. Each rare condition gets you a flat 60% discount. If you're simultaneously bitten by a vampire and a dragon while dissolving into an oil painting, but you're somehow still alive, then that's right, your treatment will be free. And we'll even pay you 80% of the treatment cost as a bonus. What? Oh, shit. Thank you for supporting the La Paz Rehabilitation Center. Helping you helps us help everyone. That was hilarious. What the fuck? Well... oh, hey, we're finally going into Chinatown, huh? That's the whole movie set. That's a long street. Okay, let's see this. Secret warrant. Cold drinks, fat bounties, and long holidays. Shame it never works out that way. So hold on. Is this Daft Punk right here? They look like Daft Punk. Oh god, Matilda.
Des armoires et encore des armoires.
Cabinets, cabinets and more cabinets.
Qui est responsable ici? J'avais l'impression que c'était un département important, non? Où est la sécurité?
I love her voice actress. Oh, the high nose attitude. I was in charge here. I was under the impression this was an important department, no? Where is the security? The ever-curious Matilda waves her way through the rows of filing cabinets. She has read about this department in books detailing the Foundation's history.
Le département contient tous les objets connus qui ont produit des phénomènes dangereux ou mystérieux liés à l'arcane.
The department contains all known objects which have produced dangerous or mysterious arcane phenomena. So yeah, basically the SCP Foundation. I get it.
Certains disent même qu'il contient chaque mystère arcanique résolu et non résolu, jamais enregistré.
Some even say it contains every arcane mystery solved and unsolved that has ever been recorded.
Et bien sûr, le plus grand mystère de tous les temps, la tempête, les défie toujours.
But of course, the biggest mystery of them all, of all time, the storm, still defies them, of course.
Comme c'est le cas pour nous tous, il semble que chaque département sont désormais tournés vers l'étude de la tempête. Il y a peu de temps pour ces énigmes plus triviales.
As it does for us all, it seems with every department turned to the study of the storm, there is a little time to spare for those more trivial puzzles. I mean, Matilda, what did you expect? To open like a drawer in here and suddenly the freaking storm pops out? Release the Pandora's box. Her footsteps echo through the empty department, and the odd sense that she is being watched settles over her. Oh yeah, being alone in a giant room like that with a shit ton of artifacts? Oh, that will make you paranoid. Silence can be comforting, but it can also be unsettling. A breeding ground for loneliness, dredging up long buried unease.
Je me demande comment va maman. Madame Z a dit qu'elle la surveillerait, mais toujours pas de nouvelles.
Oh? I wonder how Mama is doing. Madame Z said she would keep an eye on her, but still no updates. Your mom? Okay, something happened to her? She finds herself pausing, her gaze lowering to the ground. But only for a moment.
Non! Ressaisis-toi, Matilda Boaniche! C'est ta maman, la plus grande mère de tous les temps! Qui est-ce qui pourrait bien avoir mal tourné?
Matilda is amazing. Now bring yourself together, Matilda Boaniche. This is your mama, the greatest mother of all time. What could possibly have gone wrong? With renewed confidence, she picks up her pace, her pale ponytail bouncing behind her.
Maintenant, sa fille la plus remarquable est en train d'accomplir une mission importante pour la Fondation. Contrairement à certains autres qui ont consacré leur temps précieux à des vacances au nom de réveiller les jeux d'Uluru.
Oh, this is taking place at the same time as that. Okay, thank you for that. Okay. Now her most outstanding daughter runs an important errand for the Foundation, unlike some others who have dedicated their valuable time to a vacation in the name of reviving the Uluru games.
On espère tout de même qu'ils réussiront à rendre ces jeux aussi grandioses et sublimes qu'ils disent qu'il était dans le passé lointain, ou sinon...
Still, one must hope they will succeed in making the games as grand and sublime as they say they were in the distant past, or else. Oh, Matilda. Just as she passes another set of shelves, something catches her eye.
everything's fine here. Now on to the next row.
Alright. Adorable.
Oh,
book
this is
nerd.
one of my favorites.
Absolute nerd.
What is it?
An excellent question, miss. See that serial number on it?
Is she gonna get spooked when she realizes that she's talking to someone who she never saw in here before?
AN003. A water sample from the Peilin River. Number 003.
Okay.
There are hundreds of thousands of samples, collections, and records here. But no matter who you ask, this particular one will always make their top list. Collected in a remote city in China. When the investigators arrived, they found that it had been isolated in time. All its inhabitants dressed and lived as if they were from the late Tang dynasty.
Okay.
They were completely unaware of the state of the world beyond their lands, as if trapped in a time capsule from the forgotten past.
Interesting.
Oh.
The liquid inside the vial is clear and pristine. Less like river water and more like a perfectly liquefied gemstone. Matilda can't help but stare in fascination.
But how is that possible? Did no one ever leave the city? Not even to travel or do business?
You're a clever one, miss. Yes, it seems the investigators were confused too. In the end, they realized that an arcane skill was affecting the Peilin River. Sadly, it seems the arcane energy was dissipating by the time they arrived, and they weren't able to figure out its cause. This is the only sample they were able to recover. Laplace has been begging for access to it. They're eager to unravel the mystery.
Wow, that is indeed a most intriguing claim.
It's not just a claim, miss. It's real. Wait.
Is it sinking in that you're talking to someone?
Miss Matilda Boaniche?
The careless young staff member only seems to have fully recognized Matilda's presence.
You've heard of me?
Oh god, no, her ego is gonna get boosted.
Yeah, of course. Who hasn't heard of the Boaniches and their star investigator daughter? Didn't you know that everyone's been talking about you since you joined the Foundation?
Oh no, she has a fan. Oh, Matilda's gonna explode.
Actually, my mother and I went to visit you. Oh, but I haven't introduced myself. Constance Scott. I'm a fellow graduate from SPDM.
Scott, okay.
Of course, now, I'm just a record keeper here.
It doesn't seem like false modesty. Every top student of the SPDM was granted the honor of having their name inscribed in the school's Hall of Fame, but Matilda has never once come across the name Scott.
Actually, I've been looking for you as well, Miss Scott. Commissioner Pedra asked me to give this to you.
A letter? What's it about?
I couldn't say, but he had a most unpleasant look about him as he gave it to me. Then he asked me to review my report on the events in San Francisco. Are you alright? Your face has grown quite pale.
I'm fine. I just have a bad feeling I know what I'm about to read.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're dismissed or something? Or you're being shifted to another department? Having bid farewell to Matilda, Scott makes her way to a secluded room within the department, the letter clutched in her hand. She carefully closes the door behind her and, with one last glance around the room, opens the envelope. A single sheet of paper floats out from within, one carrying a heavy message.
The investigation has been concluded. Unfortunately, their findings were exactly as we feared. The suspect must be apprehended ASAP, and all efforts must be made to retrieve this arcane object before either cause further trouble. You must leave immediately. Her last reported sighting was in Chinatown, Los Angeles.
Okay. So Scott is gonna be part of the story. Chinatown Street. Okay.
Sorry, could you say that again? Ji Ma Wu? And that means paper horse dance? Okay, I got it.
喂，老細，今日仲有冇燒肉啊？賣晒啦！今日切條叉燒，整到半隻白切雞啊！
Dude, you cannot tell me that those two guys aren't meant to be Daft Punk.
Daddy, look! There's a dragon on the floor! That's totally cool!
People speaking many languages meet and weave around each other on the crowded avenue. Liang wanders among them, stopping every now and then to take it all in.
Welcome to Chinatown. How do you like it?
Yes, it does give me a certain sense of nostalgia. Do you come here often, Miss Boydier?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, outside of work, it's been a while. 3 years or so.
Only once in 3 years? I don't think you can consider that often.
Poitier waves a hand, glancing down the lively street, one on either side.
Yeah, well, it's a fun place for a day trip, sure. But things are different when you put on the uniform. Remember that private eye back at the hospital? Joe? You can get an impression about how people see the police around here from him.
Huh,
You
makes
mean
sense.
that the residents here don't cooperate with the Arcane Affairs Division?
Well, it's complicated. There's a lot of language and cultural barriers. Folks here just don't turn to the police to solve their problems. Even when they do, we feel like we have no idea where to start. The thing that surprised me the most was how Arcanists of all kinds and humans live so closely together here. I guess it's the same in China, isn't it? I remember this one time we had a call about a break-in. When we got there, it turned out the shopkeeper was a big white bird as tall as I am. And this other time, we're chasing down a lost puppet for some lame-ass puppeteer. Anyways, so I asked an old lady if she'd seen a doll nearby. You know what she said? Well, I don't know what she said, but she started going off about me being a Laowai.
Uh-huh.
Now give me some credit. I might not speak Chinese, but I do know Laowai means foreigner. So excuse me? Like I'm American, baby. Born and raised.
Sorry.
She snickered. Liang knows she should remain serious, but she can't help but be tickled by Poitier's indignation. Poitier shoots her a glare, but then heaves a quiet sigh.
That's not even the half of it. The thing is, I don't hate it here. Although I can't say I love Chinatown very much either. To be honest, most of us on the force haven't found a way to make inroads with the people here.
If that's the problem, why don't we try to understand things step by step? Maybe then we can start fresh? We're here anyway.
Liang turns back and examines the archive. The archway at the beginning of the road. They have already been in this other world for a while.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. If we're gonna get anywhere, then we'll have to start here. But we need to check another task off our list first.
Chinatown Alley Day. They cross the street and turn into a narrow alleyway.
Should be right there, down the alley. Feeling excited, rookie? We're about to pay a visit to your favorite director, Noir.
Hey! Finally.
Favorite? What? No. I just like the movies, that's all. I've got no specific feelings for the director.
I hope she says that, and then when she meets the director, she's just gonna fangirl. Liang can hold back her rebuttal, but under Poitier's teasing gaze, she stops herself.
Maybe just a little. I am curious about the mind of the director behind such great movies.
You're gonna be recruited into the movie somehow.
But this is strictly a police matter, so I will act with professional self-restraint. Actually, I've made a request with the Vigil's intelligence branch for a file on Director Noah and any related events. We should get it soon.
You've got a file on her already? Feels like you're going a bit overboard, rookie. It wasn't actually the director that called us. Her assistant did. Later on, Noir herself contacted us and said the so-called threat was just a misunderstanding. Normally, we'd leave it at that. There's too much real crime out there to bother with a case where the victim doesn't think anything happened. Still, according to dispatch, the assistant was real spooked over it. The operator got the feeling we should give it a second look, so they kept the file open. But look, this is just a follow-up and an excuse to come down here.
So keep your mind on the real mission.
Got it, ma'am.
Alright. The scene from the Division of Arcane Affairs yesterday flashes across Liang's mind. After leaving the hospital, they immediately return to report their findings and highlight the dangers lurking behind Chinatown's strange events. But the higher-ups had a different take on things. No flashback?
It's been reassigned to the local precinct.
Poitier stands in the doorway to the deputy chief's office and shakes her head. Liang immediately catches the subtle shift in her expression.
What's wrong? What does that mean?
Nothing, kid. It's just most of the force aren't trained to deal with arcane crimes. Don't get me wrong. They're good, capable officers, but I'm worried. If this was any other case, I'd keep my mouth shut. But come on, this is clearly our department. This case has Arcanum all over it. I don't think they know what they're getting into.
For a brief moment, neither speaks. Then Liang's eyes light up.
Miss Poitier, I have an idea. What if we...
Uh-huh. Yeah? What if we what?
We prioritize Noir's case, which just happens to put us in Chinatown, so there's no harm in asking a few questions about our other investigation.
Clever.
I knew there was a little rebel in you, Liang. You like to bend the rules, just not break them. Am I right?
Not too often. Actually, I think we're obliged to take Miss Noah's case seriously, even if it wouldn't help us with the other case.
Oh?
Please wait a minute. It's my communication device.
Liang pulls out the communication device, often criticized by Foundation employees for being too bulky. Poitier leans in to get a better look. Her chameleon calm, perched on her chest, stretches its neck in curiosity. Okay. Right, these things.
SBF-1 portable contact device activated. You've received a new message. Downloading attachment. Download complete. Please check your mailbox.
Message? What's it about?
It's from the intelligence department. They've found her records. Miss Noah is registered with the Foundation. There might be something in her files that can provide us some clues.
Okay. She opens the pinned email and scans through the attached files. Her expression turns serious.
Wait, is this...
Uh-huh, what's in it? Oh, is it gonna cut away? Yup. Alright. Anything popping up? Yes. Pieced together. Humans are natural editors, piecing together an ideal memory from mere fragments. Yeah? Open the diary. Oh my god. Reconstructing idealized memories. Although I don't usually keep a journal, I had to record today's encounter. I met the great Miss Matilda Boigny. I still remember that summer. My mother lectured me for an hour before we left and then another hour during our journey. I thought I was following her instructions perfectly. I was dressed perfectly neat, my greetings were memorized word by word, word for word. But the moment I met the Boignys, I froze solid, too nervous to say anything. Even adults can get stage fright, so how was it fair to give her own daughter the cold shoulder for it? A smile or a pat on the back from a mother was all I needed to finish my greeting without fumbling. Oh, poor Scott. Thank goodness for Lady Beryl. She saw what happened and her gracious words salvaged the situation. I didn't disappoint my mother after that. I'm sure of it because the rest of my memories of that visit were pleasant. Lady Beryl's warm smile and Matilda's energetic chatter. Matilda could be as noisy as she liked and still win her mother's approval. How I envied that so much. But Lady Beryl, for some reason, I can't remember what she looked like. Now I understand Latham's frustration. Being Matilda's mother, I could imagine a mature, refined version of Matilda, minus the childish energy and, alright, without the hooked nose, that's my mother's trait. Great. Okay, but I think this is where we're gonna end the story for today. But before we do, and before we end the episode rather, it's time to do some polls. Alright then, let's see if my luck is gonna persist. First off, can I see? I don't think I can. Oh yeah, I can. Wait, record. Right. Right. But what about? Okay, the last time I pulled was literally a Flutter page. So okay. Actually, I don't know. Is this actually affecting it as well, or is the time limit better? I guess it is, right? Okay. Anyway, let's see how this goes. Spin for the win immediately? No. No, come on. It's gonna...
Number 007405, Liang Yue reporting for duty. Ma'am, please allow me to handle any investigations, from surveying crime scenes to hunting down perpetrators. Oh, you want to be friends? I see. Then I will adjust my mindset.
Do you guys want me to say anything? Do it. What the fuck was that? Sorry. I got it out of my system. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. What the fuck? Why is it in this game? Why is it this game specifically? Why is it in this game specifically? Okay, anyhow. I have no words. I'm trying to say something, but yeah, anyway, I literally cannot say anything. I'm literally flabbergasted. And that was with the free 10 pull. Oh my god, what the fuck? Right. Right. I do need to wrap up the video. So let me at least do that. Okay, first off, the story so far is very entertaining and very interesting. I do love me a detective noir, arcane bullshit, spells, fantasy, whatever the hell, whatever category you want to put that in. But yeah, very interesting, and looking forward to how the story is gonna continue. This pull is gonna last for a while in my system, I think. Yeah. Also, I think you guys also said that there's gonna be another limited, I think I said it at the beginning of the video, another limited that is having a rerun or something with the current patch cycle. I mean, I might as well pull on that as well when it comes around. What the fuck? What the fuck? But yeah, anyway, I think it's best that I wrap the video up here, up here, because I really have nothing else to say right now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing this story. We're gonna continue, obviously, with that very, very soon, and we'll see how it goes, how it ends, and who else is gonna have an appearance in this thing. But yeah, for now, thank you guys very much. Hope I flabbergasted everybody like I did myself just now. If you got flabbergasted and do not know what to say, consider leaving a like, but in general, consider leaving a like, it would help out a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and of course, if you want to support me more directly, and I mean, not like I need extra funds for the gacha luck in this game, right? But yeah, memberships are open. Thank you very much to all the members already supporting. It really means a lot and helps out a lot as well. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are, and good luck on the pulls if you're pulling on this banner as well. Hopefully it's gonna go as well as this did. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. What the shit?